Morning. Thanks for coming on this morning. I suppose it's a good morning to talk about Spurs today, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I think second half performance was excellent. I think Newcastle sat back first half, got in front just before half time, but the response in the second half, and I think the way they played was exhilarating, which was good to see.
And it's brilliant to see Son as well, Clive, when he's at his game, which is on a regular basis. If I'm being honest, he's such a consistent player. What a player he is, Son.
Well, I think the combination, Harry Kane and Son at the moment, are probably as good as there are a pair in the Premier League. And when they're in tandem, the way they are at the moment, the signs are really, really good.
I don't know if you were watching yesterday the comments in the studio afterwards, but David Genola was in there being his brilliant self, and he had a few things to say about Harry Kane. He said the new playmaker at Spurs is Harry Kane. He's like the new Diego Maradona now, long passes, short passes. He has it all. What do you make about that, Clive?
Well, I actually had the pleasure of seeing David before the game yesterday. He looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I think those comments were a little bit bold, I have to say. I had the pleasure of playing with Diego Maradona many years ago in Aussie's testimonial, and he was the best player in the world at the time. He was the best player I've ever played with. Harry Kane is up there in terms of, I think, the best centre forward in the world at the moment. And when he does drop into those deeper positions, I think one of his exceptional talents, not only his goal scoring, is his range of pass. And Son's benefiting from that. The whole team are benefiting from Harry Kane's excellent vision that obviously he's demonstrating at the moment.
And it's a great Premier League this year, Clive, isn't it? I mean, the title race is wide open, Manchester City, Liverpool, and then the bottom as well, Everton losing at West Ham. They're in a massive relegation battle. Do you put Tottenham as favourites for the fourth place now?
I think it's going to be a shootout right to the end, Ray. I've got to say, Arsenal were in a strong position. Obviously, now the pressure's now put back on them. West Ham's victory, I think, keeps them alive. They're certainly striving for it. Manchester United have to still go for fourth place. They need fourth place. As you say, the title's wide open. At the bottom, there's a scrap. I think we were a couple of weeks without the Premier League with the international football, but everybody. I was at Tottenham yesterday. Everybody was so excited that the Premier League was back, and everybody I think who follows it knows that it's going to be exciting everywhere in the division.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Daily Mail. They've printed a few stats about Spurs, and they say since Antonio Conte's first match at Tottenham, his side are third. So only Manchester City and Liverpool, both with 50 points, have more than Tottenham's 39 in the time that Antonio Conte's been there. It's been a bit up and down, hasn't it, with Antonio Conte, the way that he's reacted to his team. Do you think he's getting them now? Because that's 3 wins in a row now in the Premier League. Is he getting them to a consistent level that they couldn't really achieve before?
Absolutely, Laura. I think that was the thing. I think he took a little while just to assess the squad of players, the ones that he could trust in. I think that they've responded to him. He's perennial winner. He's driving the team, and I think that really the response has taken time. But I think now they're in a mode and a form that could drive them to fourth place, even chase down Chelsea maybe.
Well, do you know what? I was just about to say this because Chelsea dropping points. I'm also looking. This is another thing in the Daily Mail as well. They're saying who's going to finish fourth, and they've asked a few different pundits. Micah Richards says Arsenal. Peter Crouch says Spurs. Chris Sutton says Arsenal, and Martin Keown has said Chelsea because Arsenal are going to finish third. I don't know about that. I mean, that really is wishful thinking. What do you think, Clive?
I think Martin's always optimistic. I've got to say that. But in saying that, I think that certainly the third and fourth places are not guaranteed at the moment. We know there's a shootout at the top. I think third and fourth are still up for grabs, and Chelsea have their problems off the pitch most certainly. Whether that is going to affect the team as they go into the run into the end of the season. They obviously still have Champions League football to concentrate on as well. So I just wonder, I think it's going to be vitally important that whoever finds that consistency in the running, it could go to the very last games of the season.
And West Ham, obviously, massive game this Thursday, Clive, at the London Stadium, taking on Lyon. That was a big win yesterday because that gives them a little bit of momentum. And obviously, Bowen back is a huge lift for everybody at West Ham.
Yeah, absolutely, Ray. I think West Ham have been sensational this season. David Moyes has done a brilliant job. Bowing back is vitally important. It was an incredible win against Sevilla in the last
Yeah.
round. I think they have a really good chance of overcoming Lyon. Lyon are mid-table in French football this season. They've been inconsistent. And I think West Ham have a great chance of making the semi-finals.
Yeah, definitely. Clive, have a wonderful day.
Thanks,
Thank
Clive.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Take
you
care.
very much.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.